Hello and welcome to the Ancient Immortals program for human potential and longevity. I'm Dr. Arlen Cage. I'm a retired naturopathic physician and acupuncturist, a consultant in the nutritional supplement industry. I run this online community for health, wellness, and consciousness. Been the founding director of the Akadu Institute of Energy Healing, as well as an author, college professor, organic farmer, and a martial arts instructor. You can read a full biography about me at my website, www.drcagesays.org. I'm going to begin the introduction to this program by reviewing a little bit of humanity's fascination with death, immortality, and longevity. Many legends throughout the ages have focused on the desire for immortality. It's a theme in the Epic of Gilgamesh, the oldest known fictional writing we have, dating to 2100 BCE. A Chinese legend describes the peaches of immortality in the epic Journey to the Sun. And many cultures describe an elixir of the gods, such as the Amrit in India or ambrosia in Greece, which likewise grants immortality. For thousands of years, literatures have described the mythical fountain of youth, said to heal all diseases and restore anyone who drinks of it or bathes in it to a youthful vigor. Legends have reported its existence on almost every continent. So what does history actually say about long-lived peoples? The biblical scriptures record many of the ancient patriarchs living well beyond 900 years of age, with Methuselah being the oldest at 969. No alternative meaning for these ages has ever been found, suggesting the authors really believed these individuals lived that long. We have birth and death records of an English farmer named Old Tom Parr, who lived to be 152 years old, dying in 1635. A Chinese herbalist and Qigong master, Li Qingyan, lived to be 256, as reported by his birth certificate from 1677 and his death certificate in 1933. But these long lifespans can't really happen now, can they? Well, here we have a woman from Pocatello, Idaho, who just turned 101 and credits her longevity to organic foods. Tata Cachorra is a Yaqui elder in northern Mexico of the Toltec lineage, and as of 2002 is still very active in his community at the age of 108. He is a practicing herbalist, working with thousands of native plants. Since the start of the 20th century, scientific investigations have been launched into what really works to produce long, healthy lives. Weston Price, an Ohio dentist in the early 20th century, traveled around the world seeking and finding healthy populations with long lives and little to no chronic diseases. His research revealed a key formula regarding nutrition that still hasn't been improved on in the last 100 years. His classic book, Nutrition and Physical Degeneration, should be required reading for all healthcare providers and probably for everyone else, too. Okinawa, also known as the Ryukyu Islands, is an island archipelago located roughly halfway between mainland Japan and Taiwan. Modern research has shown that as of the early 21st century, Okinawa has the population with the longest lifespan in the world, combined with the lowest rates of heart disease and cancer in the world. Since heart disease and cancer are the two leading causes of death in modern Western cultures, maybe there's something for us to learn here in Okinawa. Throughout my career in natural healing, martial arts, various scientific fields, and human consciousness, I have studied all these areas and much more. I've been working for several years now to seek out the best of this information and put it into a format that will actually help you achieve the longest, healthiest lifespan possible. I'm calling this the Ancient Immortals Program for Human Potential and Longevity. In this program, I've combined the best of modern science, the best of traditional cultures and lifestyles, and especially what all these long-lived populations have in common. This program includes all the details on food and nutrition, exercise, the need for a meaningful occupation, what the Okinawans call ikigai, or their unique purpose in life, combined with a strong social life. We look at the study and practice with the subtle energies such as qigong, the need for regular consumption of specific herbal medicines, an active spiritual life, and the use of natural health care. During this life-changing program, I will be sharing all the details of what I've learned about each of these areas. What follows here in this video is just a very short overview of why they're all important. The key to nutrition, as documented by Weston Price and shared by all the other long-lived healthy population, is food quality. Our food provides the raw materials, the molecules we use to repair and heal our bodies. Just like repairing your car, the quality of the parts makes a difference. Our food provides part of the energy to run our bodies. Some foods are more energy dense than others. The healthiest, longest lived populations acknowledge all these factors about the food they eat. They also maintain a spiritual connection and relationship with their food. Our bodies are intended to be moved and used. Muscles, joints, lungs and heart, and yes, our brain are all a use it or lose it proposition. Traditional cultures maintained a high level of physical exercise from farming to carpentry, stonemasonry, fishing, and other labor-intensive occupations. The best form of exercise, in addition to occupations such as these, is whatever you enjoy and will do regularly. Exercise, preferably daily, until you're out of breath and perspiring heavily. Considering a meaningful occupation. Are you really doing what you love? Ask yourself the following hypothetical question. If I was suddenly made wealthy overnight, by winning the lottery perhaps, would I keep doing the same job? Or would I immediately quit and start doing something else? Maybe something I've always wanted to do. If your answer is, I'd quit and do something else, then maybe for your long-term health, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you should start investigating ways to make a change to something you truly feel passionate about. Subtle energies. References to the subtle energies, the natural living energy, are found in virtually every culture on Earth, including the ancient European cultures where it was called the vital force. In all, more than 90 names have been documented from traditional cultures. The most common that is filtered into mainstream awareness in the United States is Qi, which has a number of different spellings. This same energy is found today mostly in healing systems by such names as Qi, Prana, or others. Li Qingyan, that 256-year-old herbalist mentioned earlier, taught a specific system of Qigong, which he credited as a major factor in his great age in good health. Traditional Chinese herbal medicine knowledge dates back several thousand years BCE. One category of herbs is known as tonics. These have the effect of rebuilding both tissues and energy. Tonics exist for qi, yin and yang, jing and blood. These are the core energies and qualities in our body. These are the target of the science and arts of Qigong and Tai Chi also. Herbal medicines also have tonic properties, and specific herbal medicines have been used for thousands of years in the longest living populations, benefiting our bodies, minds, and energy in ways that no pharmaceutical drugs ever can. A strong spiritual life has been a driving force, providing a source of unity and strength to many peoples and cultures. The longest-lived, healthiest populations recognize the spiritual nature of the universe. They make time in their lives to acknowledge the divine. They make decisions and live life in accordance with the higher beliefs and understanding their spiritual life provides. Especially in Okinawa, there is a tradition of using the best of all forms of healing, both traditional medicines of natural healthcare such as herbalism and acupuncture, as well as the best of scientific medicine when appropriate. Here in Western cultures, conventional medicine is the standard, based in surgeries and pharmaceutical drugs, often prescribed for life. It has even become illegal to claim they can cure diseases. Unfortunately, many people know nothing else and may be unaware they have options that in many cases are more effective. Learning one or more systems of natural health care and integrating it into your life will be crucial for the long term. Herbal medicines are the oldest system of healing on the planet and are where many people seeking safer, more effective methods of healing for themselves and their families often start. At this point, you may be asking yourself the question, as interesting as all this traditional historical information is, how does it fit in with the best of what modern science can tell us? Most theories of aging revolve around oxidative damage. In short, it means our bodies rust faster than our innate healing systems can repair the damage. Oxidation in our bodies occurs due to a category of molecules known as free radicals. These contain an extra electron and thus make it easy to combine with other molecules which normally they would not. This oxidative damage can affect any cell and organ in the body and can even break down DNA, preventing cells from being able to divide properly, something that's required in healing and repair. The largest source of free radicals in our modern world is environmental pollution, followed closely by various types of radiation. Fortunately, many foods, herbs, and nutritional substances are potent antioxidants and play a crucial and beneficial role in our long-term health and longevity by neutralizing free radicals. Regarding our DNA, telomeres form the end of every chromosome and function a lot like the plastic tips on the end of our shoelaces that keep the lace from fraying. Every time a cell divides, the telomere seems to get shorter. Eventually, the telomere wears out, the DNA starts to break down, and cell replication becomes inaccurate and eventually impossible. Even with a limit on how many times a cell can divide safely, based on telomere length, calculations suggest the average lifespan for humans should still be 120 to 150 years of age. 21st century science has discovered the key enzyme known as telomerase, responsible for making telomeres. Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn led a team that discovered the telomerase enzyme and in 2009 won the Nobel Prize in Medicine. Quite interestingly, but not surprisingly, is the fact that some of the natural substances which stimulate telomerase most strongly are the same herbal medicines that for centuries the Chinese have valued as longevity tonics. Now we can begin to understand why Chinese herbalists, living in remote mountains away from the toxins of crowded cities, using their own herbal medicines along with simple healthy foods and qigong, have a reputation for being the longest lived people we know of and have records for. The Ancient Immortals program for human potential and longevity is going to be a 6-month class, one class per month, starting in July of 2022. The classes will be recorded and available online for those who must miss a class or start the program late. You can find a course description on my website, drcagesays.org/human potential longevity program. For questions, please send me an email, drcagesays@gmail.com.